Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Have a good day, everyone. Before I start my presentation, I have to introduce myself. My name is Heidy Reyhana Putrinda, and I'm here today to present my analysis of case study 2. Your boss asked to do something unethical. This is the analysis for speaking midterm project. This is the overview of what I will be explaining later. There are personality overlay, Cynthia's decision point, specify the problem, invite the other person to talk, join feeling with fact, solve the issue. Okay, so I'm gonna be explaining Steve personality first. From the illustration, I would say that Steve's personality is bold. The way he shows initiative and driven to do the work on custom concentrate per month with belly. However, he also want to get it done quickly, which is good, but not in this case, because he wants to get it done in his own way, but not his client wants. He doesn't really listen to Cynthia that she told the client. She promised that they never allow access to outsiders without their input and approval, but Steve's insisted and told Cynthia to not tell about this to the firm argument. So what I conclude from this analysis is that Steve wanted done in his own way, which is this is the disadvantage of people with both personality, but not the other ones. Okay, next. Cynthia's personality. Even though Cynthia has a top position in the information technology office, her personality leaning towards sympathetic, not like some other people with top position that usually lean towards bold personality. She recognized the performance of Steve Jobs on how he do the customer call center. She's patient and doesn't get angry easily. She also kept her promises to the firm management that her company should not do the open system. From what I conclude is that she's nice, she's kind of loyal. These people with sympathetic personality is sometimes good, but they have also disadvantage as well, which is they tend rarely to speak up, which is very not good to to do in this office. Next, Cynthia's decision points. The cost. Cynthia was in a position where she had to follow her boss' order but break her promise to the firm management, or she remains adamant to keep her promise to the firm management. So she has this like two position like where she has to choose. She choose the to keep her promise to the firm management, or she do what her boss do? Her boss told her to do, which is, not tell to the firm management. All the way, Cynthia has the rest of that. Okay, secondly, Cynthia has to come to Steve's office and talk to him regarding this matter more deeply. Nevertheless, she has to give her promise to the company to not doing what they don't want. Cynthia and Steve can manage their relationship by working like usual, but they should helping and listen to each other. Next, power. At first glance of the illustration, you might think that Cynthia has more power, but if you look deeper, Steve is the one with more power. Steve has more power because Steve is the boss. He's the one doing the customer call center. So of course he's doing everything he's the best at for the company. Steve also told Cynthia that she should not tell the pro management of our system. But from the illustration, I would say that they have this like equal power, Steve, but in general, Steve the one has more power. But in this case, I think Cynthia also has more power as well because she make a deal with the firm management. Next, identify Cynthia's utterances that imply SIER. Specify the problem. Cynthia thinks that Steve wants her to betray the firm management. Steve only thinks that the only option to launch call center is to reset the passwords, so the people in call center will have access in their system. Sorry. Steve also worried that the firm management is so paranoid with protection that they will never buy into the call center. Their company, Cynthia and Steve company, will be in risk if they insisted on doing that, which is, to reset the password so the people in the customer will access their own system. Yeah. This is the problem. Invite the other person to talk. Cynthia goes into Steve's office first thing the next morning. She closes the door and sits down. I've, this is what Cynthia said. I've been thinking about what you asked me to do. I'm very concerned that you put me in a position between what you want and my job with firm management. From the conversation we just saw, I conclude that Cynthia wants to talk with Steve about the customer call center launch problem. Next, join feeling with Park. Cynthia, I'm very com- Cynthia said, I'm very concerned that you put me in a position between what you want and my job with firm management. From that dialogue, I conclude that Steve is making Cynthia very confused about what she should do at the moment because Steve orders Cynthia to not tell the firm management about opening system customer call center launch. Well, Cynthia already making promise to the firm management to not do that. Next, last but not least, to solve the issue. First, the way they solved the problem was not really well. However, one of them has some good solution when it comes to the problem. Cynthia thinks there are other options to go to them and explain how they have to change the passwords to make the system works. Steve doesn't think the same way as Cynthia do. He thinks Cynthia's solution will take a long time and not will not meet the deadline. After they discussed for a while, they decided to do the launch with Cynthia's ways. In addition, Cynthia preferred to take a risk and work with our team. Good for you, Cynthia. And that's all my presentation. Hope you enjoy and understand what I'm doing. So yeah, this is the quote. You must be the change you wish to see in the world from Mahatma Gandhi. So that's all for today. If you have any question, just fill in comment below and thank you everyone. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.